Hi, everybody, and welcome to Griffith Gymnasium, and welcome to Los Alamos High School Girls. Today it will be the Belen High School Eagles going up against the Los Alamos and the Hilltoppers Belen coming in the ball game. They have struggled somewhat this season. They are only 1-6 on the season, but we'll see how they then go down. Hilltoppers are right now 4-4 on the season, and anyway, we just finished the junior varsity game, and that finished on time, so we're going to start up on time. The Hilltopper girls winning that ball game 33-23, and won that ball game easily, just as the junior varsity last night. They easily beat Escalante junior varsity, but boy, that varsity game was one heck of a game. Fantastic game. Ended up 72-66. We had unbelievable height advantage, but Escalante they were all short, 5'8", but boy, they were a good running team and a lot of hustle. So anyway, we're about ready to go here for the national anthem. This is Gene Mortensen along with Mike Mays, and it's going to be our pleasure to bring you this ball game at high noon here at Griffith Gymnasium, and we're about ready for the national anthem. So we'll be back in just a bit. So that finishes the national anthem here, and Maury Pongrazia, the topper voice, the PA voice of Los Alamos, about ready to introduce the starting lineups. And so my good buddy Mike Mays, he's got those starting lineups for us.
Yeah, absolutely do, Gene. For the Belen Eagles, they're going to start Aaliyah Wright. She is a sophomore. We do not have heights on the Eagles, by the way. Cadence Martinez is a captain. She's a senior. Maysen Lopez is also a captain, and she is a junior. Jamie Williams is a junior. And Ana Aguilar, a senior. So we didn't see a whole lot of height from the Eagles warming up, Gene, but we'll see what they bring to the table. For the toppers, Lena Chavez, the 5'3" senior, going to get the start, as is the freshman Gigi Romero, been very good from the perimeter so far this season. Michelle Macias, a 5'10" junior, will get the start, as will Kenya Macias, a 5'10" senior, and Carly Holland, a guard, 5'6" junior, will also be in the starting lineup for the toppers. So toppers come to this game, Gene, with a record of 3 wins and 3 losses. And Belen Eagles, meanwhile, have struggled so far. They're just 1-6 on the season. Their lone win came on December the 4th. That was against Cobre, which is down there in Bayard, close to Silver City. But have kind of taken it on the chin. Big losses to Moriarty, Robertson, and a 30-point loss to Pewaukee Valley just a couple of days ago. So been a little rough stretch here for the Eagles.
Yeah, it really has. And so Chris Story, he coached them when we played them during the COVID season, that ridiculous COVID season, and we played them then, defeated them. Chris Story was the coach at the time. He still is, and unbelievably, Los Alamos with a decided height advantage on the tip, and Belen takes the tip. So they bring it underneath and wide open, and dropping it in this time. So that was Cadence Martinez. Let's see, let me correct that. That was Mason Lopez. So Mason Lopez for 2. So the Hilltoppers now bring it up, and they're going to set up on the outside. Carly Holland, she is the point guard. Good ball handler down low. It goes to Michelle Macias. Macias gets it out on top to Lena Chavez. And now a 3-point shot by Gigi Romero from the right wing. That is off. Battle for it on the floor. Boy, this Topper got Belen really going for it that time. And so do we have a number 13? I don't. So full court press by Los Alamos. And ball is stolen away by Gigi Romero. Romero just pulls up. Decided that gets Carly Holland, stands in the half-court circle, and so we will start over again. Carly, 3-point shot on the way. Off the backboard and in. Never a doubt, Mike.
No, and just bang it off the glass as hard as you can. That's the best way to do it.
So the full-court press, Los Alamos steals it away, puts the shot up quickly. It is off. Belen now still working against that press. Los Alamos, they've got everybody up. Now they finally get past trying to get it down low to Anna Aguilar. They overthrow her. Gigi Romero picks it up for Los Alamos. Gigi now dribbling out near the half-court circle and now signaling something. They should do something. I'm not sure everybody's getting the signal because Gigi's still on the dribble, still signaling. Okay, and they finally pass it down into the corner to Lena Chavez. I'm not sure exactly. I don't think that was the play.
No, I don't think so. That, one of their numbered plays, and I didn't see one person move when she was signaling.
So they try to get it inside and now to Michelle Macias, knocked out of bounds this time by Mason Lopez. The inbounded by the Hilltoppers under their own basket, trying to get it into Carly Holland, and Mason Lopez once again. And she knocks it out of bounds. She has a little bit of height here, and we don't have the heights, but she's the tallest girl out there for Belen right now, and she's all over the place.
Wow, Lopez, 3 straight deflections out of bounds. That last one, she came out of nowhere.
Yes, she did. Now they bounce it inside to Michelle Macias, turnaround jumper. That is off. Rebound comes down to the Eagles. They pull up, working against that press again. And so now the Hilltoppers take the press off. Coming down the floor, Mason Lopez. He brings it over to the right, just to the right of the key. And on the dribble right now is Anna Aguilar. She'll bring it back out to Lopez. Pass underneath, going to be knocked away by Gigi Romero. Gigi trying to get the loose ball, crashes into Mason Lopez. That's going to be Gigi's first personal and the first team foul. What did I do wrong?
We have actually a second team foul on the Toppers. Lena Chavez called with one earlier.
Okay.
Kind of just a little bit of a bump. They're calling that a little bit tight. That wasn't that last foul on Gigi. That wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen.
No. But pass goes into the corner, coming down the baseline, trying to put the shot up that time was Alea Wright. They get it down to Carly Holland. Holland trying to take it to the hole. Her shot is blocked by who else? Mason Lopez. And now a 3-point shot from the left wing. That's off. Rebound comes down to Well, it's going to come down to Kenya Macias, and like Mike says, they're calling them awfully close here. So they're going to get a reach-in foul.
And that was not the worst reach-in foul I've ever seen either.
No, my head on a quick, very, very quick whistle. So that now is So Alea Wright picks up the personal. That is the second team foul. So the ball's on the floor. Scramble for it. We're going to have a held ball, and this will go to Los Alamos. So the Hilltoppers will inbound under their own basket, baseline right. Alyssa Sophia Trujillo, who has checked into the ball game, she will make the inbound pass quickly. Carly Holland, 3-point shot. So she was locked and loaded. As soon as she caught that ball over on the right wing, boy, it was spring-loaded. Now they get it back out on top to Carly. The Hilltoppers will start over with 4:20 to go. Carly Holland, 3-point shot. This is off. Rebound is going to be pulled down this time by Faith Ortega. Ortega is going to get it up to Lopez. Here comes Mason. Mason picks up her dribble, and now is going to hand it over to Elia Garcia. So the Hilltoppers now working right now on a matchup zone, and the ball is essentially overthrown as they were trying to get the pass to Faith Ortega on the right wing, overthrown out of bounds. So the Hilltoppers, Emma Raven now checks in for Los Alamos. Let's see, also in for the Hilltoppers is Dalen Rodriguez. So mass substitution, Gigi Romero stays in the ball game. Abby Martinez comes in for the Hilltoppers, and Carly Holland stays in. So Carly picks up her dribble, gets it to Emma Raven. Raven goes to the right. Abby Martinez, 3-point shot. She tried to go off the glass, but the rebound by Dalen Rodriguez right there to grab it and put it back in. And so we're going to have a traveling violation. That's going to be called against Jamie Williams.
Tried to pick up the dribble, mid-dribble, and couldn't stop herself. Already the 5th Eagle turnover of this quarter.
Yeah, they're having a little trouble. That press is driving them crazy. 5-2 ball game. 3.5 minutes to go. Pass comes to Dalen Rodriguez in the free throw circle. Inside to Emma Raven. Turn around. Nice turnaround shot by Emma Raven, the 6-foot senior.
Great entry pass in there from the perimeter, and set up Raven perfectly for an easy turnaround jumper.
So they out on top, a quick 3-pointer on the way, and the rebound comes down probably the smallest girl on the floor, Elia Garcia. And so the Eagles still have hustling for it. The shot goes up, the Eagles get the rebound again, and now we're going to have a personal foul, and this one's going to go, I do believe, to Emma Raven. So Emma will pick up the personal. That'll be her first. That is the 3rd team foul on Los Alamos.
The Hilltoppers have, as you said, a noticeable height advantage, but the Eagles are holding their own on the boards.
Yeah, they really are. So was that a 3-second or what they call it? Oh, traveling. Okay. So they get it to Gigi Romero. She's at the point right now. Gets a screen from Dalen Rodriguez. A little pick and roll. That doesn't work so well. As Belen picks it off, gets up to Lopez. Lopez is going to bring it over on the right wing. Mason going to take it to the hole. Off the glass, she gets her own rebound. Whoa. She is everywhere. And now she's going to get called for no, they're going to call Gigi Romero for palming the ball. Unbelievable. Holy mackerel. That I don't believe.
I did not see that. I don't know where that came from.
I thought they were going to call a foul on Mason Lopez because she was all over Gigi. And next thing I know, the dribbling violation called against Gigi. I couldn't believe that one. They bring it out on top to Faith Ortega. Now to Mason Lopez underneath. And a little quick turnaround. Shot taken by Faith Ortega. That's off. And the rebound's going to go off of Belen out of bounds. So, Mike, the Eagles, they're really pounding the boards. I mean, they don't have the height advantage, but they're getting great inside position, and they're really scrappy. Carly Holland going to dribble all the way down to the corner, and and running to the basket, literally, is Abby Martinez. She caught it on the baseline, didn't bother to put the ball on the floor. She just ran to the basket, and no traveling violation called. But as Abby puts the shot up, a personal foul is going to be charged, and that's going to go to Mason Lopez, and that's going to be her first and the second team the second team foul. And at the free throw line for the Hilltoppers right now is Abby Martinez. And drops in the first, drops in the second.
Nice looking free throws there by Martinez.
Yeah, they were very nice. Sophomore, 5'5" sophomore, picks up the only free throws of the game so far. 9-2 ball game. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Up the floor now comes Anna High Aguilar. Anna High across the timeline is going to hand it out into the half-court circles. Going to get it now to Cadence Martinez. Martinez has the ball knocked away from her, and we're going to have a traveling violation called on Kenya Macias.
Oh, boy.
Boy, I'm telling you, Mike. I don't know where these calls are coming from because I'm not seeing them.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen maybe one good foul, and I've seen zero violations, and, we're just getting whistle after whistle here.
Yeah, so Belen trying to put the shot up. The shot is blocked. And then a big scramble for the ball. 3 or 4 girls hit the floor, but the play goes on, and they get it up to Carly Holland, who just drives to the basket and lays it in. So the 5'6" junior picks up 2 points. 3-point shot taken from outside. Rebound's going to come down to Lena Chavez. She'll get it to Carly Holland. 11-2 ball game with 1:10 to go here in the first period. Carly Holland on a dribble once again and loses the ball off of her foot. She's trying to go down and cut down the baseline and dribbled it off her foot. Into the ball game now comes Michelle Macias, and she's going to replace Carly Holland. 67 seconds remain here in this first quarter. 11-2 ball game. Right now, Belen will inbound it under their own basket, and we have reach-in fouls everywhere. And so Mason Lopez will bring it up. They get it to Anna High Aguilar. Aguilar will bring it out on top. So the Hilltoppers with a very, very aggressive chasing defense. And boy, I'm telling you, I don't understand it, Mike. With all the ticky-tack fouls. And that time, Angelise Shapiro, she just got massacred. And no foul. And then they finally do call a foul on Kenya Macias. And that is going to be her first and the fourth team foul on Los Alamos.
And that reach-in that she was called for, that was the least illegal thing I think happened on that possession.
So Angelis Chaparro gets it on the baseline, number 34, and she drops it in for 2. Makes it an 11-4 ball game. Abby Martinez, 3-point shot from the deep corner on the left side. So Abby Martinez now has 5 points in this ball game, and it's a 14-4 ball game. Ball knocked out of bounds by Abby.
Oh, had Martinez not touched that ball, that would have been over and back. The lady she was throwing it to, Cadence Martinez, had not crossed the timeline yet.
So cutting to the basket, boy, nice pass. A great entry pass that time from Cadence, from Alea Wright to Mason Lopez, and Mason lays it in for 2. And so that brings the first quarter to a close, Mike, with the Hilltoppers up 14-6 over the Lady Eagles. As the Hilltoppers came up with, see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm missing something here, Mike. I think I missed a basket.
Well, I think I've got everything. So they had a couple of 3-pointers, one by Martinez, one by Carly Holland, and then buckets by Dylan Rodriguez, Holland, and Emma Raven there. And then a couple of free throws by Abby Martinez. Martinez, 5 points on the game so far. She is the leading scorer. Mason Lopez for the Eagles had 4 of their 6 points. And Lopez, very, very impressive on defense, Gene.
Yes, quite.
She was all over the place. Did pick up a foul, and they took her out of the ball game for a couple of minutes. She came back with about 30, maybe 40 seconds left in the quarter, and put in another bucket. But she is clearly their go-to girl, and pretty good first quarter for her. But Martinez from the corner, deep 3. The Toppers have been getting so far, Gene, some pretty good looks from the perimeter. Had a little trouble early knocking those down, but Holland got the first one, and then nice one from the corner there for 3 from Martinez late in that quarter.
Pass inside and right into the free throw circle. There's a scramble for it, and the ball comes across the timeline, knocked across the timeline by Los Alamos. Belen chases it down. 3-point shot. Whoa! Boy, not wasting any time, but the rebound comes down to Angelis Shapiro, and her shot is off, but right there is Mason Lopez. I tell you, she is everywhere, and then she never stops moving. She starts to put up the 3. She's right on everybody all over her. They're going to come now over to Faith Ortega. The ball's on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball, and that will go to the Hilltoppers. So the Hill ball turns it over 14-6. And that was the score at the end of the quarter. We're just underway in quarter number 2. And so a full court press right now being put on by Belen, and Carly Holland just breaks it herself as she brings it up. Starts to hand it to Gigi Romero. Mason Lopez knocks it out of both their hands. And a quick pass down the floor. Whoa! I thought that was going to drop in, but it didn't drop in the basket. But I'm telling you, Alea Wright dropped, all right, and she was clobbered, and she ended up on the floor. So she's going to go to the free throw line. That personal foul is going to go to right now to Lena Chavez. That's going to be her second, and that's the right now is the 15th foul. And at the free throw line, let's see. Oh, it's Alea Wright. She has one heck of a ponytail. That's
pretty good. That's one of the better ones I think we've seen this year.
Yeah, really. I mean, she took some time on that one. So drops in both free throws. That makes it 14-2. Well, I guess she 1 for 2. I thought she made them both. Okay, she was 1 for 2. So that makes it 14-7. The ball gets away from. Whoa! Michelle Macias. Michelle trying to retrieve it, and Alea Wright, who just picked up off of the floor on the other end on the shot. Alea going for that loose ball. She gets leveled again, and no foul. Unbelievable.
That was just a straight up NFL tackle there.
It really.
Macias just absolutely put her on the floor.
Yeah, she really did. No press being put on right now by Ray Romero. As Mason Lopez will bring it up, top of the key. Gets it over now to Alea Wright. Pass out on top. Belen having a lot of trouble with the Hilltopper defense. They get it to Mason Lopez. She's going to bring it out on top. She brings it out on top. And this one up to Jada Wright. Fight for the rebound, and this one's going to go off of Faith Ortega. The Belen, they're winning the battle of the boards. They really are. I mean, they're getting a number of offensive rebounds. They're just not able to convert them into baskets. Pass inside comes to Kenya Macias. They're coming down that left side of the lane. Puts up the left-handed shot way too hard. Mason Lopez with the rebound. She's going to bring it up the floor. And now she hands it off this time now to Jada Wright. Wright trying to get it over in the corner on the left. I'm down the left wing trying to get the pass over. And that one is overthrown, so the Hilltoppers will inbound it. And they get it into Carly Holland. So Holland, she had somebody back there with her pressing. She took care of that easily. Gigi Romero wanted to shoot the 3. Cannot, but Abby Martinez, she'll put it up. puts up a 2 as she started to shoot the 3. They put a hand up, so she dribbles inside the 3-point line, puts up the shot off the back of the iron. Rebound comes down to the Eagles. They get it to Mason Lopez. She'll bring it over on the right wing. Time to Angeles Shapiro. And now we have 2 girls on the floor again. And this time it's Abby Martinez and they're going to call and Angeles Shapiro, both of them. one of the girl laying on top of the other, but they're going to call Angeles Shapiro, the junior, for the personal foul. That'll be her first.
Gene, I'm looking here at the scoreboard with 5 minutes to go in the second. Seems like Los Alamos has been absolutely in full control of this ball game. But, you know, a basket or 2 by Belen, they're going to be right back in this.
Yeah, and plus it's been 3 minutes gone in the quarter, Mike, and the Hilltoppers haven't scored here in the second quarter. Mason Lopez, they're going to bring it over on the right wing. They try to pass it into Anaheim to Aguilar. Anaheim gets away from her. They get it to Carly Holland. Holland brings it over to Abby Martinez on the left wing, comes down the baseline, dishes it off at the last second to Tara McDonald. Beautiful pass across by Abby over to Tara McDonald, who was wide open on the other side of the lane.
Boy, wouldn't that be huge for the Toppers if they're able to get McDonald going here. And a beautiful entry pass into her, and they left her completely alone, Belen did.
So they get it inside, and the shot trying to get the shot up that time, and without any luck was Alea Garcia. And boy, I'm telling you, Emma Raven, boy, did she stuff her. Wow. So the Hilltoppers scoop it up and coming down on the other end, knocked out of bounds. Let's see, we have a personal foul. No, that personal foul is going to go to Mason Lopez. That's her second, and that is the 4th team foul on Belen. So Hilltoppers, I'm not sure what the delay here is. Now they're going to hand the ball to Abby Martinez, baseline left. She's going to bounce it in to Tara McDonald. Tara going up is fouled from behind, and she'll go to the free throw line. And that personal foul is going to go to Alea Garcia. That's her first, and that is the 5th team foul. 16-7 right now. We have almost 4 minutes gone in this quarter. Belen has scored 1. Los Alamos has scored 2. And so Tara McDonald up with shooting the free throw. Shoots a free throw and then puts her hand over her mask and starts laughing because she just shot an air ball. Whoa, and now we have all kinds of lane violations. So we had a Hilltopper girl in the lane and then a Belen girl in the lane, but the Hilltopper went in first.
Yeah, beat her by about half a second, so that's Los Alamos lane violation.
Yeah, so.
But the Eagles promptly throw the ball out of bounds on the side. I don't know what they're even trying to do there.
Yeah, I know. So the Hilltoppers inbounded in the front court. And with it is Sophia Trujillo. Gigi Romero with a little forearm shove. Looks like that should have been offensive pass interference. Her shot is up. Emma Raven gets the rebound, starts to put it back, and I think we're going to have a personal foul.
Yeah.
Okay, at first I thought they were going to call that on Belen, which was that was baloney.
What did they call?
They called Sophia Trujillo for the foul. So
unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was. So for the Toppers, Ray Romero, the head coach, he was lobbying for a traveling violation ahead of the foul, and I think he was right.
Yeah, we just had another walk. Whoa!
Oh my goodness!
I mean, just coming in right to zooming up to the top of the key that time with Jamie Williams. Boy, she was on a dead run. They threw their ball, so it just looked like it bounced right off of her hands. She was on a dead run. She caught that ball, and as soon as she caught it was gone. I mean,
my goodness!
Almost broke the backboard. So Sophia
she threw that up like a shot put, and then if the backboard wasn't there, that ball still be going.
Gigi Romero, nice drive to the basket by Gigi. And Gigi picks up her first 2 points of the ball game. Gigi, the 5'8" freshman for Los Alamos. Down the floor they come. They're going to get it underneath. Traveling violation. Anna High Aguilar. Whoa, nice 3-point shot. Just barely off. Abby Martinez with the rebound. Here come the Hilltoppers up to Gigi Romero. Romero is going to take it to the hole once again. And a little Michael Jordan shot here as Gigi goes down. And they're going to give this personal foul to Cadence Martinez. And that is going to be the 6th team foul. Or the 7th team foul. Okay. So at the free throw line right now is Gigi Romero. And just shooting a 1-and-1. I thought she got fouled on the shooting, but and across. I mean, the worst thing you can do is dribble down the sideline, cross the half-court line, and then pick up your dribble. You now have the half-court, the half-court line on one side of you, the out of bounds, the sideline on the other side, and so you're in that corner, and it's murder. So Chris Story jumps up all of a sudden and just calls timeout to save his girl from.
That's all he could do. His player had nowhere to go, nowhere to throw the ball. No. She was in trouble. So Chris Story with the 30-second timeout. They're 18-7, 2:46 remaining here in the second quarter, and 14-7 game not too long. Eagles, they were able to get a shot up. They would have been right back in the ball game. Instead, Los Alamos has hit a couple of big shots and able to extend their lead.
So a little pick and roll as Mason Lopez sets the screen. She set the screen that time for Cadence Martinez. She rolled off a nice entry pass from Cadence, and Mason almost putting in the layup, but come down. But the Eagles get the rebound. Bring it inside to Cadence Martinez. 3-point shot on the way. This is off. Rebound comes down to the Hilltoppers, and here come the Hilltoppers in a hurry. Daylin Rodriguez goes down. Nothing called. Long pass down the floor. And that's as wild and ragged as you can possibly get.
Michelle Macias going up the ladder to try to retrieve it. It just got her hand on it. But it basically spiked it straight into Lena Chavez's head. So Lena having a rough game so far.
Yeah, really. Yeah, but I mean, that was something else. I mean, it was just, you talk about that. Everything was completely out of control from one end of the floor to the other. Comes to Carly Hall in for Los Alamos, and her pass knocked out of bounds by Mason Lopez.
And Lopez doesn't knock that out. Rodriguez is wide open for an easy layup under the basket.
So they bounce it inside now to Michelle Macias as she goes to the hole. She is fouled. That personal foul is going to go to Faith Ortega. That'll be her first. That's the 8th team foul. And so Michelle Macias at the free throw line for Los Alamos. And rims around and comes off. So Michelle with no points in the ball game yet. It's her first trip to the line. So misses that first one. She's going to shoot one more. So, and this one is good. 19-7. Hilltoppers. We have 6 minutes gone. Well, the ball passed down the right sideline, picked off by Mason Lopez. He's going to get it over now to Cadence Martinez. Inside it goes.
Oh.
The shot is blocked by Emma Raven, by Tara McDonald. And That was Jamie Williams trying to put the shot up, and now we're going to have a fight for the rebound, and we're going to have a personal foul go against the Eagles once again. This one's going to go to Faith Ortega, her second. That's going to be the 9th team foul. And so go to the end of the court, give the ball, hand the ball to Tara McDonald, and let her shoot a 1-and-1. So Tara was there moments ago, and she was actually 1 for 2, but the second shot was nullified because the Hilltopper had a lane violation. But Tara puts this one in, gives her 3 points in the ball game, 20-7. The Hilltoppers have scored 6 points in this quarter, and we're more than 6 points, 6 minutes gone. So whoa, another lane violation, and this one on Belen. So they will shoot again.
For the shooter, that's the equivalent of football of an offsides call. So you got a free shot.
Yes. So Tara's second shot, and this one also another air ball from Tara, and so she'll check out of the ball game. And Tara coming out with her hands on her face. So, boy, great. I thought Galen Rodriguez was great, right on the sideline, fantastic interception. And I thought she stayed in bounds. But
I thought she did too, but the official saying her big toe was out. That was close, but I thought she managed to stay in.
So they'll bring it in now to Mason Lopez, and she's going to wait and wait for Cadence Martinez. Martinez gets the screen from Mason, tried the old pick and roll. That wasn't there. Anna Aguilar. They'll bring it out on top, pass underneath by Faith Ortega, comes to Mason Lopez, tries to get it to Cadence Martinez in the corner, and overthrows her. Minute 20 to go. First half, 20-7, Los Alamos up by 13. See, Los Alamos has scored 6, and Belen has scored 1 here in this second quarter. Gigi Romero, they're going to bring it over on the right side to Carly Holland. Holland starts to make the pass inside. That is blocked by Faith Ortega, but the ball bounces right to Gigi Romero. Romero trying to go. She cut off by Anna Aguilar. Boy, that was great defense by Anna. And then Mason Lopez ties up Gigi Romero. So the alternating possession will go to to Los Alamos with 57 seconds remaining in the half. They're going to bring almost a skip pass all the way from one side of the court to the other. They threw it in right in front of the scorer's table. Pass inside to Carly Holland. Holland can't hang on, and the ball is going to go out of bounds. Well, I don't know how it went out of bounds on Belen.
I didn't see Belen anywhere near that.
I mean, they threw the pass to Carly. Carly went down, lost the ball, and she was actually down out of bounds. So anyway, they give it to the Hilltoppers. Carly Holland on the dribble over to Gigi Romero. Romero's going to hand it off to Michelle Macias. Macias picks up her dribble, gets it to Gigi on the right wing, and Gigi she gets the old New Mexico shuffle. You can't do that. You can't fake one side and come back the other. I don't care if you move your pivot foot or not. That's an automatic call in New Mexico. Anna Aguilar with the screen. Gets it to Cadence Martinez. Martinez in the corner. Can't do anything. Gets it to Mason Lopez. 15 seconds to go here in the quarter. Comes inside to Mason. She goes up, puts it in, and she's fouled. So Mason Lopez drops it in. She now has 6 points in the ball game, and she has a chance to complete the three-point play as that personal foul is going to go to Kenya Macias. That's her second, and that is the 7th team foul on Los Alamos. And Mason misses the free throw. 7 seconds to go. Here comes Gigi Romero. She's going to take it all the way, and she scores with 2 seconds to go. So Gigi Romero, coast to coast, and lays it in for her fourth point of the ball game, and that brings the half to a close. The Hilltoppers are up 22-9. They were up 14-6 at the end of the first quarter, and 22-9 at this point, so we're up by 13. after one half of play. So the Hilltoppers coming up with 8 points in that quarter, and Belen coming up with 3. So another offensive clinic out here at Griffith Gymnasium.
Yeah, I hope they can get the fire extinguishers to put the nets out, Gene. You know, they're just absolutely torched right now. But 22-9, halftime advantage here for the Toppers. Toppers did make a little bit of a push toward the end of the quarter, and a nice drive right at the end by Gigi Romero, straight down Broadway, and able to lay that one in for the to expand the lead there right at the end. For the Eagles, it's been an absolute struggle so far. Already 12 turnovers just in that first half. And interestingly enough, the Eagles, who have obviously had their struggles this season, doing very, very well on the boards. And I think we've seen several possessions of theirs where they had really good looks, and they've just, unfortunately for them, they just completely misfired. But the Toppers have been able to force some of those turnovers and been able to give themselves chances on the other end. The Toppers have also had some pretty good looks, especially on the perimeter. Have been a little bit off shooting from long range, but kind of change up their tactics. They're about midway through the second quarter and are just cutting to the basket, and they've had some open looks there, and they've been able to finish a couple of those. So attacking the basket late in that quarter was very effective for Los Alamos, and they're able to bump up their lead a little bit.
Yeah, so they now lead with right now it's 22-9. It was 14-6 at the end of the first quarter, and Hilltoppers came up with 8 points in the second quarter, and Belen coming up with 3 in that second quarter. And so for the Hilltoppers, they had 8 field goals, and 2 of those were 3-pointers, one by Abby Martinez and the other by Carly Holland, as Carly decided to use the backboard. Slammed it off the backboard and in. And they were 4 for 9 from the free throw line. They had 17 fouls called on Los Alamos. And for the Eagles, they had 4 field goals, no 3-pointers, and they were 1 for 2 from the free throw line for their total of 9 points. And Mike, you want to run down the scoring for us? Or do you have it?
I've got it. I've got it. For the Eagles, Mason Lopez with 6 points there in that first half, and I got to say, so far out of all the Eagles, Lopez has been a very, very impressive on both ends of the floor.
Yes.
On defense, she's just been a menace on the defensive end. She's got half a dozen deflections at least.
Oh, yeah.
I think she had 3 in basically one series for the Toppers.
Yeah.
She's getting her hand on everything. Angeles Chabado has a bucket. She had that in the first quarter, and then 1 field goal for Aaliyah, or 1 free throw rather, for Aaliyah Wright. And that's about it for the Eagles. Abby Martinez and Carly Holland both have 5 points for Los Alamos. And Gigi Romero, who had a very quiet first quarter, a little bit surprised there, but came on a little bit in that second quarter, especially late in that second quarter. So Romero ended up with 4 points, 3 points by Tara McDonald there, but all of those in the second quarter. A bucket by Emma Raven, and a bucket by Dylan Rodriguez, and a free throw by Michelle Macias. So 22-9, the Toppers are in front. But as we've said, it seems like Los Alamos should be ahead by, 20, 25 points. And one bad quarter, and if the Eagles somehow manage to get hot, uh, one lackluster quarter by the Toppers, the Eagles gonna be right back in this.
Oh yes, absolutely. It was nobody scored for about for over 3 minutes in that second quarter. So we had a pretty long drought, and then finally the Hilltoppers were able to score. And then of course the Eagles had one free throw in by Alea Wright, but they really wasn't until they got right down to the very end. Mason Lopez was able to finally take it to the hole and get fouled, missed the free throw, but that ran it up to 9 points. So it's very, very, very low scoring ball game again here in the girls' games. The girls have been having a lot of trouble getting points on the board, but I'll tell you one thing, that this Belen team they have trouble on the offensive end, but on the defensive end and the rebounding, especially Mason Lopez. What's that old song? Like, he's everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. So, a nice game for her, and a couple of other Eagles they've been able to jump passing lanes, have been able to deflect the ball away, and things have been a little bit tougher for the Toppers. Toppers did, like I said, get into some passing rhythm toward the end of that second quarter, able to find some cutters going toward the basket and pick up a couple of easy buckets that way. But Belen really has been all over the passers for most of that first half, and they're rebounding again. Given their lack of height, they've got to be even or even possibly a little bit ahead on the rebound count right now with the Toppers. They've done a fantastic job, and Alea Wright, who I think is probably we don't have a height on her, but I think she may be 5'3", 5'4" at the most, and she's got a good 4 rebounds right now. She is just getting outstanding position against much taller girls than her, and she's been able to grab those rebounds. So, the Toppers, if they can use that height advantage a little bit better under the boards, they ought to be able to pull away no problem. But in the first half, that just didn't happen.
No, it really didn't, and we got about 2.5 minutes before we'll get this second
and Gene, real
started.
quick,
Mike has something he wants to tell me.
Oh yeah, just real quick, Gene. Here we get to do all these awesome games, and that is because of our awesome sponsors, Los Alamos Fire Department and the Los Alamos Police Department. They have been sponsoring sports here on Los Alamos Daily Post all this season so far. Football, basketball, volleyball. That was really cool, and we have great first responders here. So we want to thank the fire department and the police department for sponsoring Topper Sports and for letting us do this stuff.
Yeah, and for their support of the community. I mean, it's the fire department and the police department. They are there to keep us safe. I mean, safe from natural disasters, of course, and then the police keep us from everyday stuff and not so natural disasters. But I mean,
there's a few man-made disasters
yes,
in there as well.
Yes. So, but we really want to thank the police and the fire department for the great job that they do here in Los Alamos, and we're lucky to have a great fire department and a great police department. And I don't know if you've ever interacted with the Los Alamos police, but they're some very cool guys. I mean, I don't know, you go and if you have to interact with them for something, you go to talk to them. They're very, very courteous and very, very helpful, and very, very impressive police force here in Los Alamos. So there's a buzzer, Mike, about ready to start the second half of play. Had a great game last night here at Griffith Gymnasium. The Hilltopper boys took on Escalante, and Hilltoppers had an unbelievable height advantage. I mean, their tallest kid was 5'8". Mark Cleveland is 6'9", so he was a foot taller than any of their players. But they were scrappy, and they ran. they were able to really they really did a good job against our height advantage. We only won that ball game by 6, but Escalante, very, very impressive ball team, and they're out of Tierra Maria, and so and I think they're a 2A school. So.
Yeah, a really small school, but if you watch them over the years, they've been, in the past, they've been very good in football, and there's always competitive in basketball, and we saw that yesterday. So solid school.
So Gigi Romero coming down the floor in a hurry, and a nice pass underneath. This time it goes to Kenya Macias, and Kenya wide open under the basket, can't convert. Full court press by Los Alamos. Pass comes across the timeline. They started across the timeline. Hilltoppers thought they had the steal, but it is grabbed by Cadence Martinez, and then she heaves it down the floor, trying to get it to Anaheim Aguilar. Aguilar is wide open down the floor because the Hilltopper press was just really chasing the ball, and they overthrow Anaheim. So Gigi Romero now brings it up. And boy, I'm telling you, all over her right now is Alea Wright. So in the matchup zone right now for the Eagles, Carly Holland dribbles out to the half-court circle, loses the handle, tries to pass it inside to Kenya Macias. She can't hang on, picked off by the Eagles. They bring it up to Mason Lopez. Three-point shot by Mason. Whoa, that is off. Rebound comes down to Kenya Macias, and Macias trying to outlets it right to Mason Lopez. And Mason got whacked. She got whacked on her right arm, and she's really favoring that. So they're trying to get it inside right now to Mason. The pass comes out on top. Oh, they having trouble getting it in, so they just lobbed it out to the top. Let Mason chase it down. Mason goes up and had a lot of trouble getting her handle on the ball. If she'd have gone up, she'd have probably made it or got fouled. Carly Holland, wow. Nice move to the basket by Carly. And she gets too far into the basket. And she had the afterburners on. She came in from that left side and mistimed herself and got too far under the basket, and then tried to put the shot up, but she didn't have a chance. And then it was a held ball on the rebound, and so the it'll go to the alternating possession will go to Los Alamos. So
timeout here on the floor. First one by the Toppers. Both teams with 4 timeouts left. 22-9, so almost 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter, and again, third quarter rather. Yeah, nobody's scored. Nobody's gotten particularly close to scoring.
Yeah, I know. Same thing we had in the last quarter. So the Hilltoppers will inbound it on the held ball, and they get it inside to Carly Holland. Carly right under the basket gets the entry, gets the inbound pass, and then dribbles all the way out to the top of the key. Let's start again. Gigi Romero. Nice drive to the basket by Gigi. We're going to have a blocking foul, and that one looks like it's going to go to Cadence Martinez. Cadence is going to pick up her second personal, and that is the first team foul, but it's a shooting foul. At the free throw line, Gigi Romero, the 5'8" freshman, has 4 points in the ball game, make it 5. And so right now she is 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and she'll shoot one more. That'll make it 23-9. And Gigi puts in the second, so the Hilltoppers right now on pace to make 40 points. So we're going to have, the ball is stolen away from Jared McDonald. I mean, and Carly Holden gets the ball up the floor. There was a struggle for the ball at mid-court, and either had to be a foul or a held ball or something. But they didn't call anything. But Carly coming down on the left wing, cut inside the three-point line, puts up the shot for her 7th point and makes it 26-9. You bring it into the backcourt to Carly. Holland on the dribble gets a screen from Tara McDonald. Out on top to Michelle Macias. Over the court. Nice pass to Gigi Romero, cutting to the basket. And Gigi goes up. Gigi goes down. The ball drops through the hoop. And we just continue play. Play on, as they say in soccer. Mason Lopez is going to dish it off. Boy, I thought for a minute that Leah Wright was going to try to take the three-point shot. And so Tara McDonald mixing it up right now with Jamie Williams. And that was a nice shoulder tackle that Tara put into Jamie. Going for the loose ball, and she put her shoulder right into her gut. Boy, perfect tackle.
That's a textbook form tackle. Textbook.
So out on top goes to Cadence Martinez. The ball is now knocked over the line by Los Alamos. Mason Lopez chases it down. Almost I had to chase it to the baseline. Pass. They try to get it to Mason Lopez, and then trailing up the floor. Mason 3-point shot. That rims around and comes off. But Carly Holland almost got the steal because she was getting off the floor, and so she was late getting down the floor. But Mason's 3-point shot is off. It's 28-9. 4.5 minutes to go on the quarter, so we have 3.5 minutes gone, and Belen has not scored. Abby Martinez has her shot blocked by Mason Lopez. It comes right to Carly Holland. Nice 3-point shot by Carly over in the left corner. Rims around, comes out. I thought that was in. Mason Lopez brings the floor. Now brings it over to Cadence Martinez. They're going to dish it off, and a little shot from 15 feet out. A little set shot this time by Jamie Williams. Rebound comes down to the Hilltoppers. Here comes Carly Holland. Holland's going to take it all the way. And we're going to have I thought we were going to have a foul on the rebound. Do we? Well, I'm trying to see if the official is. Yeah, he is going to call something. He's going to call on Mason Lopez. And that's a good call because Mason crashed the boards big time. So it's 28-9. The Hilltoppers have scored 6. We have 4 minutes gone. Hilltoppers have scored 6, and right now Belen has not scored here in this second half. Get it inside, wide open. Tara McDonald. So Tara cutting down the baseline on the left side, and they had a perfect entry pass. And so Tara lays it in for 2. She now has 5 points in the ball game, makes it 30-9. Emma Raven will check out. So in the ball game right now for the Hilltoppers, we have Alyssa Garcia and Daylin Rodriguez, Tara McDonald, Sophia Trujillo, and Abby Martinez. So not a real tall team in there for the Hilltoppers except for Kenya Macias. And to Cadence Martinez, she's double teamed. She gets out of the double team. She double teamed again. We're going to have a reach-in foul. This will go to Abby Martinez. That's it.
Yeah, not a really good foul there, unfortunately. Way away from the basket. Really didn't have to, made a reach for the ball. Really didn't need to. Not the best foul I've ever seen by the Toppers.
Not at all. So that was the third team foul on Los Alamos. And trying to get it underneath, Belen loses it out of bounds with 3:09 remaining here in the third quarter. 30-9 is the score. Hilltoppers up by 21 in this ball game. So Abby Martinez, or Sophia Trujillo will bring it up for the Hilltoppers. And gets it now over to Tara McDonald. She'll hand it off to Alyssa Garcia. A nice move to the basket by Alyssa. So she just came around Tara.
And we have a warning issued to Chris Story. He was livid about a traveling violation, which I didn't see. I didn't see anything particularly close to a traveling violation, and Chris Stewart is absolutely livid. Actually went on the floor, which is a no-no, and only certain coaches get away with it. I can think of one. Gene's probably thinking the same guy that got away with that once or twice.
Yeah. Well, that was a perfect play by Los Alamos because they got it to Tara McDonald, and Sophia Trujillo cut across from her. She came from the left side, the right side, and cut across it around her left side, and then she just handed it off. All she had to do was just lay it in with the left hand. That's out on top. Comes now to Alea Wright. Skip pass across over to Mason Lopez. Is knocked out of bounds by Abby Martinez. And so Mason Lopez will inbound it right in front of the Belen bench. But Chris Story wants a timeout for the Eagles. And he's going to take a 30.
So 32-9 here with under 3 minutes left, and the Eagles shut out so far in this third quarter. Toppers playing just outstanding defense on that side. Really just nothing, no pass, no potential shot, anything has gone uncontested on that side. And so Los Alamos just done a great job of just absolutely stifling the Belen offense, which, to be fair, Gene has really struggled in this contest. But pitching the shutout here with 2.5 minutes remaining. But Eagles with the ball, and they'll inbound it to Lopez.
Yeah, so they inbound it and they get it over to Jaylyn Bobb, and Jaylyn's shot is a three-point shot, almost drops, rolls around and comes out. Rebound battle for it, long rebound, and it's going to go out of bounds up on the sideline by the Hilltoppers. Leah Wright, and the Hilltoppers trying a double team with Abby Martinez and Sophia Trujillo, but Abby clearly bumped into her, so Abby picks up her second personal, and that is the fourth team foul on Los Alamos. So we're going to have another push-off on Los Alamos. The Hilltoppers being very aggressive with the point guards for Belen. Every time a point guard gets it, she's double-teamed. This one's going to go to Sophia Trujillo, and I already have her for one, but they say she has one. So
the last three fouls by the Toppers, Gene, have all occurred at the point, 30 feet from the basket.
Oh, yes.
And so Toppers just, not give them any breathing room, but did get a little bit too aggressive there.
Dalen Rodriguez starts to go all the way, and she is bumped. And that personal foul will go to Alea Wright. And that is going to be her second. And that is the third team foul on the Eagles. 4 team fouls have been called. 5 team fouls have been called on Los Alamos in this ball game. So the Hilltoppers inbounded at midcourt. Pass underneath. Alyssa Garcia. She was cutting under the basket, so she brings it back out, gets it to Abby Martinez. 3-point shot by Abby is off. Rebound comes down to pulled down that time by Cades Martinez. She gets it to Mason Lopez. Mason is once again is double teamed, and they take advantage of. Whoa! I thought they were going to take advantage of it, but they don't, because with everybody double teaming the point, everybody's out for Los Alamos, and but that time Mason Lopez was able to get the ball away toward the free throw lane, and they had a couple of girls wide open, but they just weren't able to get a hold of the ball. Down the floor, we're going to have unbelievable. Dalen Rodriguez called for palming the ball. Holy mackerel.
That's going to be the 4th or 5th dribbling violation they've called in this game. I haven't seen one of them yet.
I haven't either. And the other thing is, too, is that I've seen a few. This year, we've seen a few palming violations, and I don't know where it's coming from. So
that's kind of an unusual call to the palming. I don't think we see 10 of those in a year, but we've seen 10 of those in the last 3 games.
Yeah. Sophia Trujillo picks up the personal. That's I have her. Okay, that's her second. And that is the 16th foul. That's a shooting foul at the free throw line. And finally breaking the drought, Cadence Martinez. And she puts in the first free throw. She'll shoot one more.
No shutout this quarter, Gene.
No, they saved the shutout with 1:05 to go. 55 seconds. So the Hilltoppers have scored 10. And right now, Belen has scored 2.
Nice looking free throws.
Yes, it was. They should set Cadence up on the free throw line and let her shoot field goals. Comes to Dalen Rodriguez. Long pass down the floor to Tara McDonald. McDonald underneath to Kenya Macias. And now standing in the free throw circle, Dalen Rodriguez puts up the shot. So that was actually from about 16 feet out. Carly Holland on the dribble once again. Carly's going to take it. She took it. She dribbled on every square inch of the front court that time. She dribbled under the basket, came back out, went back in, came back out.
Finally set her up a great pick there. I think that was Kenya Macias. And just really, really good pick. And that gave her the daylight she needed to drive down the lane. But she was just looking for any opening, clearly, because she had no intention of passing. That was clear.
Yeah, just showed us how she could dribble through everybody. Harlem Globetrotters. 34-11. Carly just dribbling now in the half-court circle with 14 seconds to go. She's going to put up the 3.
Oh, that looked good.
Yes, it did. Anna Aguilar, 4 seconds to go. Shot from way out by Belen. And this is offense, so the quarter comes to an end. 34-11. So the Hilltoppers come up with 12, and the Belen comes up with 2. So the score by quarter so far has been 14, 8, and 12 for Los Alamos, 6, 3, and 2 for the Eagles, Mike.
All right, so Toppers just excellent defense in that third quarter. Really weren't giving anything up, but did get maybe a little bit too aggressive way out toward the timeline. Did pick up a couple of cheap fouls there. And then finally, Cadence Martinez goes to the free throw line and breaks the drought. But, Belen really struggling against the Topper defense. There really wasn't much there for Belen. Los Alamos, like I said, was just all over everybody. Belen didn't have one halfway decent shooting look, I think, in that whole quarter. Los Alamos doing a great job there. And, the little girls up front, Abby Martinez, Sophia Trujillo, Lisa Garcia getting in on the action and really, had the Eagles off balance. They 5 more turnovers for the Eagles in that quarter. They have 17 for the ball game.
So we're ready to go here for quarter number 3, and the Hilltoppers will inbound it. Inside it comes to Gigi Romero, and we have Gigi, Emma Raven, Kenya Macias, 3-point shot up by Carly. No, by Gigi Romero. That is off. Rebound comes down to Mason Lopez. Lopez dribbles to the top of the key, gets a double screen. She had a sandwich screen. You don't see that very often. I mean, she had a screen on both sides of her. So both sides of her defender. So actually, Mason could have gone any direction she wanted. So
that is just walling off your defender there. There's nothing to do. You can't do anything against that.
No, not at all. Gigi Romero takes it down the baseline, puts it up. Battle for the rebound. Mason Lopez comes down with it. She's tied up. So the alternating possession goes to Belen. 34-11. We're in the fourth quarter. Crowd on the edge of their seat right now. Some of the people over there, I mean, they're almost laying down. Anyway, 34-11. Mason Lopez, little pick and roll to Hannah Aguilar. She gets it in the corner. Out to Mason, three-point shot. Oh, that's short. With the rebound is pulled down by Alea Wright. That's the one young lady that Mike was talking about. Anna Aguilar gets the skip pass across, and Anna Aguilar battling for it with Kenya Marcias. Anna wins the battle, and she's able to lay it in.
That was a nice little move there underneath the basket there by Aguilar. And a little scoop shot in for her first points of the ball game.
So now we have Gigi Romero taking it all the way to the hole. And I think she's fouled her. She put the shot up and missed it, but almost dropped in. But they are going to call Belen for.
No, that's going to go against Emma Raven. They're going to call her for an illegal screen.
Yeah, okay. So Emma trying to set a screen gets called for the block. So now the Hilltoppers still with a full court press. I don't know why. 34-13.
What happened?
So,
I thought Macias stole it. What happened? I have no idea what just happened there.
Yeah.
Macias looked like a clean steal off the inbound. They stopped play for no apparent reason.
Yeah. So the ball down the floor is picked up by Carly Holland in front of the Hilltopper basket, and there she goes coast to coast. And I mean absolute coast to coast. So Carly now picks up her 11th point in the ball game. Shot is off by Belen, comes down to Gigi Romero, and Gigi has the ball knocked away from her by Mason Lopez. And yeah, Mason she's going to sleep well tonight. Boy, she has been everywhere. She's been in this entire ball game, and boy, she never slows down. On the move all the time. And she's probably close to about, 5'10" or so. 5'10", 5'11", but boy, she's been very impressive. 36-13 is the score right now with 5:44, and we're going to have a full timeout taken. Let's see, this is by the Hilltoppers. So, full timeout taken by Ray Romero. So, let's see, I believe he has 3. I think he's got 2 full and a 30. But, and
I believe that's correct, yeah, but 3 timeouts left. You never know when you're going to need those at the end of the game. So it's a good thing to don't want to burn them all at once.
Yes, I know. Got to save those for the last 30 seconds. So anyway, right now, it's 36-13. We are in the fourth quarter of play, and the Hilltoppers have so far, because they've come up with 2, and Belen has come up with 2 here in the fourth quarter. So Belen has already broken the drought already.
It's been a rough go for the Eagles here in the second half on the offensive end.
So we have 5:44 remaining in the ball game, and the Eagles right now. That's scored by Anna Aguilar was the 5th team foul. I mean the fifth field goal for the Eagles. So the Eagles bring it in. Out on top it comes to Cadence Martinez, cutting to the basket. Alea Wright, and so Cadence overthrows Alea. So Abby Martinez checks to the table. She'll come back in at the next opportunity. Gigi Romero brings it across the timeline. Picks up her dribble out to get to Michelle Macias, over to Carly Holland. Carly wanted to shoot the 3. Gets it now to Gigi Romero. Wide open under the basket is Michelle Macias. Great pass from Gigi Romero. And Kenya Macias puts it in for 2, her first 2 points. And she'll go to the free throw line, attempt to complete the 3-point play. And the personal foul is going to go to Alea Wright. That's going to be her third, and that is the fourth team foul on the Eagles. Kenya Macias, or Michelle Macias, I'm sorry, is attempting to complete the three-point play. And she does. So we have I don't.
Fumble recovered by Belen there. Going, I think that was Angelise Chapato on the floor. Yeah, she covered that up like she was expecting like 5 other girls to jump on her.
Yeah, and then Tara McDonald, she was laying on Tara's foot. Tara was trying to get her foot out from underneath her, so finally she yanked her foot out, and then Tara goes down. Oh God, this has been one crazy ball game, I must say.
Yeah, it really has. So Toppers have tripled up here on the Belen Eagles.
Yeah, exactly.
39-13 the score right now, and a couple of field goals for the Toppers. Just plodding along both of these offenses, and just the one field goal by Aguilar for Belen. That's the only one they've had in this third quarter, or in this second half rather. So 39-13 ball game, and credit the Topper defense here in this second half. They have just been swarming everything.
Yes, they have, and so it's so right now it's they bring it inside now to Layson Lopez under the basket, misses an easy shot. The ball's going to go out of bounds off of Abby Martinez. So the inbound by the Eagles. Anna High Aguilar trying to get it inside to Mason. Lopez can't get to it. Michelle Macias steals it away, gets it up the floor to Carly Holland. Holland now if he gets the screen, comes around the screen, she's going to take it all the way to the hole.
She's not been shy about dribbling here in this second half.
Not at all. Oh, we have double dribble as Jamie Williams pulled up, started to make the pass, decided not to make the pass, so she decided to dribble again.
I don't see why you can't do that. I've never understood that.
Gigi Romero gets it now to Kenya Macias. Macias back to Gigi. Gigi out near the half-court circle. Starts to get a screen from Tara McDonald. Doesn't use it. Comes now over to Abby Martinez. She's going to go down the... Whoa, wow. Nice move by Abby Martinez from the left wing and heading right to the basket. Just lays it in with the left hand. Boy, that's pretty, Mike.
That was really nice move. One of the Toppers have had some nice-looking drives. That might have been the best one of the ball game. Toppers, meanwhile, about to clear off their bench here. And we have wholesale changes coming in.
Oh, my God, like 2 platoon. So we have a personal foul called on Gigi Romero. That is her second, and that is going to be the 8th team foul on the Solomons. And so shooting a 1-and-1 for the Eagles is Cadence Martinez, and that is off. And rebound is going to come down to Mason Lopez, and Mason is going to be fouled on the putback. And that personal foul will go to Kenya Macias, her third. And Mason at the free throw line shooting 2, misses the first. She has 6 points in the ball game. Right now she's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. She will shoot one more. 41-13 is the score. Mason puts the second one up, just rims around, comes off. And the ball's going to go out of bounds off of Kenya Macias. So the Eagles will inbound it under their own basket, baseline left. They'll hand the ball to Alea Wright. Alea trying to get it in. Long pass out on top is run down by Mason Lopez. 41-13. Mason get it on. They try to get it underneath to Faith Ortega. She puts the shot up. It's off. Kenya Macias with the rebound. Dalen Rodriguez, long pass down the floor, trying to get it to Emma Raven. And, I mean, the perfect interception that time. As breaking out was Cadence Martinez, and she was going to pick that off. That was a pick six all the way.
Absolutely.
And it went right through her hands to Emma. So we have a foul call, and that one is going to... So the personal foul called on Kenya Macias for Los Alamos, and that's going to be Kenya's fourth personal, and that is a 10th team foul, an offensive foul, so no shooting. So it'll be inbounded by Belen under their own basket after it was knocked out of bounds by the Hilltoppers. The inbound pass is stolen away by Kenya Macias up to Dalen Rodriguez. Dalen comes in, and we have Mason Lopez go down. Nothing is called. We're going to have now a held ball. That will go to the Hilltoppers. 41-13, 3 minutes to go.
There was a held ball there?
I have no idea how they came up with a held ball on that one.
Well, yeah, it was held, but it was held by one person. I didn't. nobody else was even particularly close to her.
So in the ball game for Los Alamos right now, we have Sofia Trujillo, Dalen Rodriguez, Emma Raven, Alyssa Garcia, and who did I miss? Dalen Rodriguez. So dribbling out into the half-court circle right now, Sofia Trujillo starts to get a screen. What are we calling here?
Oh, they're calling a 5-second violation on the Toppers. And Los Alamos going to take a strategic timeout here just to regroup.
Full timeout taken now by Ray Romero. So,
Chris Story over there, the head coach of the Eagles, still a little hot under the collar. He has been for a while.
Yes, he has.
And yeah, he was screaming about a traveling violation in the third quarter, which frankly I didn't see, but and he's been he's had a chip on his shoulder ever since.
Yeah, we had an unusual turn of events last night against the Hilltoppers. Had the game well under control. I believe at the time they were up by 7 and had the ball and they were up by 7 and the ball came down. There was a scramble for it in the corner and it went out of bounds. It looked like it went off of Escalante, but the two officials got together and one of the officials was indicating it was touched by one of the Hilltoppers. So they gave it to Escalante, and Benito just went crazy. Benito Maestas, he just went kind of berserk, and they called a T on him. And so they went up, they canned the T, that cut it to 5. And then the Hilltoppers coming down against the press stepped on the sideline in the backcourt. So now Escalante had cut it to 5, and they had 2 outstanding 3-point shooters. And so that technical foul actually let them back in the ball game. But then they weren't able to do anything with it after that. So pass comes inside to Ana Aguilar. Aguilar's shot is off. Now full court press by Belen. Coming up the floor is Sofia Trujillo. Mason Lopez on her. Sofia picks up her dribble, gets it to Emma Raven. Raven to Dalen Rodriguez, cutting to the basket, picked off by Mason Lopez, passes it up the floor to Faith Ortega. Ortega back to Mason. Mason shoots it inside the free throw line. So about a 12-footer. And that just slams off the backboard, comes off. Comes now to Alyssa Garcia. She lost the handle. And she came across the lane. And then she picked it back up, puts the shot up, misses it, and comes down to Belen. So Belen starts to come down the floor. And Alyssa comes from behind, steals the ball away. Hilltoppers put it up, and then Mason Lopez gets the rebound, and then she's fouled by Alyssa Garcia. So Alyssa was bound and determined. So that is her second. That's the 11th team foul on Los Alamos. So Mason Lopez is going to shoot 2.
Lopez is completely gassed. She is.
Yeah, I can imagine.
She is. Even her, just run to the other side of the court to take her free throws was a little on the slow side.
I know. So she put the shot up in it. She barely got it up to the rim, hit the front of the rim. Boy, she's just exhausted. Boy, she just played one heck of a ball game. So Mason puts the second shot up. This one also off the front of the rim.
Nothing on it.
Yeah, I know it. And we have under 2 minutes to go, 41-13, and pass underneath comes to Alyssa Garcia. Dalen Rodriguez puts up a 3. That is off. Emma Raven going for the rebound, loses it out of bounds. Well, Emma was trying to get the rebound. She was the tallest girl there, but she was screened out by 3 of the short Belen players. So they 3 girls got inside position on Los Alamos that time. Minute 35 to go. Cadence Martinez dribbles over to the right wing. She's going to hand it off. Whoa, with another double dribble by the same girl that double dribbled before, but this time they don't call it. And now taking it to the hole and just cutting through absolutely everybody. Cadence Martinez. Boy, that was a nice move to the basket. She lays it in for 2. Makes it now 41-15. Coming down now to 60 seconds to go. Pass inside to Dalen Rodriguez, the overthrower. So with 60 seconds left here in this ball game, Belen will bring it up, trailing 41-15. And Cadence Martinez just brings it up, takes her time. We'll bring it over to Jada Wright. Wright's going to dish it off over on the right wing, on the left wing. Shot taken this time by Aaliyah Garcia. Belen gets the rebound. They dish it off. This time now they dish it off over to Angeles Shapiro. Shapiro's shot is off. Rebound comes down to Sofia Trujillo, and Alyssa Garcia takes it to the hole, and now she'll take it to the free throw line as the shot was off. But the personal foul, I believe, is going to go against Emma Raven, I do believe. Let's see who they... Yeah, they're going to give this one. Yeah, they give this one to... Okay. Who gets this foul? Jada Wright. There we go. I can do this. And so that is a 15 foul on Belen at the free throw line. Let's see. Ponytail girl. And this one, first one's off, second one's in. And that's Alyssa Garcia. 25 seconds to go. 42-15. Okay. And Belen has practiced this final 30-second offense. Whoa, almost stolen away by Dalen Rodriguez. Comes now to Jada Wright. Jada. Ball knocked away by Alyssa Garcia. Going to go out of bounds with 2.8 seconds to go. Nobody calling a timeout here to set anything up.
I don't understand.
Jada Wright. Mike and Mason Lopez is unbelievably is out of the ball game. I think Mason finally just had it. And I look over at Mason on the bench and standing up. Boy, I mean, she is exhausted. Boy, she played one heck of a ball game. The final score, 42-15. So the Hilltoppers on pace for 40 points, and they cracked 40 up to 42, and so it's as they pick up 8 points in that final quarter, and they hold the Eagles to 4. So the scoring went by 14-6, 8-3, 12-2, and then 8-4. So the final score 42-15. So the Hilltoppers, like I say, coming up with 8 points in that final quarter as they came up with the 1-2. They had 3 field goals, no 3-pointers, and they were 2 for how many? 1, 2, 3. Well, not bad. 2 for 3 from the free throw line. So that was scoring for them. And for the Eagles, they came up with 4 points, and they had 2 field goals and no three-pointers, and they were 0 for 3 from the free throw line. So, and Mike, you want to wrap up the scoring for us?
Sure
here?
thing. So for Los Alamos, they are led by Carly Holland. She actually led everybody. She ends up with 11 points in this ball game, 6 of those coming in the second half. So Hollow, nice ball game for herself. Hit one of just 2 three-pointers for the Toppers in this ball game. Abby Martinez had the other one, and those both came in the first quarter. So 11 points for Holland to lead everybody. And Gigi Romero comes up with 8. She had 4 points in that third quarter. And also for Los Alamos, Abby Martinez, she picks up 7 points. Nice ball game for Abby, and played excellent defense as well. Also for Los Alamos, Tara McDonald with 5 points. Michelle Macias ends up with 4 points, and 3 points from Alyssa Garcia, and a bucket for Galen Rodriguez. For the Belen Eagles, they were led by Mason Lopez. She had 6 points, but really struggled a little bit offensively in the second half, and about midway through the fourth quarter, you could see she was just dragging, just nothing left. What a defensive effort there by Lopez, and she just fine ball game. She has a motor on her, just unable to take any breaks during the ball game, and they pulled her out with about a minute and a half left, and there was absolutely nothing left in the tank for Mason. Also, Cadence Martinez, she ends up with 4 points. All of those came in the second half. A bucket for Angeles Chapano, and a bucket for Anaya Aguilar, and 1 free throw for Aaliyah Wright. So that does it for the Eagles. Eagles shut out for most of the third quarter there. Only ended up with 2 points in that third quarter. Actually, only 6 points for the Eagles in the second. Right, Toppers kind of off to a slow start, but they in the third quarter they picked it up a little bit. They ended up with 12 points. They got the offense they needed. Toppers, as you said, Gene, did leave some points on the table this evening, but got as much as they needed to, and got some good drives to the basket, and that was really good to see. That's something the Toppers getting that kind of penetration. That's really good to see for them, and making some of the easy shots. We've seen a couple of games where they were really relegated to nothing but shots from the perimeter, and today able to get the ball underneath the basket, able to get it to some of their point players as well, and make things a little bit easier for themselves. So Toppers, I'm sure, will be looking to keep that up as we head down the stretch, and I think Maury Pongratz, the public address announcer, said there will not be any other events here, for this year, but I think it's going to be for a little bit before either of the Topper teams are back here in action.
Yeah, it really is. We got a couple of tournaments coming up, and I know they're playing I'm not sure what the tournament. I tried to check it out and see. I know they're playing down at Hope at one point, and I think that's involved in one of the tournaments, and so I don't know whether that's a Hope tournament or just they're playing Hope, but somewhere they have these Christmas tournaments, and we don't normally cover the Christmas tournaments. They're always on the road, and between Christmas and New Year's, we have a lot more stuff going on than Christmas tournaments. So sorry.
Yeah, that's true. And the girls for years and years and years were involved in that Roswell tournament, which is a fantastic tournament, by the way. But yes, that's a bit of a drive from here.
Yeah, the Pokhorn tournament. You know, that Pokhorn tournament, they I don't know if they still do, but they used to pay the team's motel bill. So
yeah, that's correct, and that's an excellent tournament.
Oh yeah, it really is,
and it's a lot of fun. Just a little bit out of the way.
Yeah, my son played in that tournament, and we went down and spent 3 or 4 days in exciting Roswell, and that was even before the aliens had landed. So, or at least they'd figured out they'd landed. So anyway,
Gene, we can't really talk about that on air. we try to talk about the aliens.
Yeah, you are correct, sir. I didn't say anything about aliens.
That's right, you didn't.
So anyway, so that's going to wrap us up for 2021. We'll be back on the air at some point right after the first of the year. And so just check the schedule and the Daily Post, and it'll keep you up to date on what's going on with our broadcasts. And so anyway, so Merry Christmas, Mike. And just got back from Hawaii. Mike just had a wonderful trip to Hawaii. His wife performed. What instrument does she play?
She plays a clarinet in the Los Alamos Community Winds, and so they were invited to go play for the Pearl Harbor Day activities down there, and that was absolutely cool. I'd never been more than about 10 feet off of the coastline, so that was a little bit of a difference for me. But wow, it just Hawaii is a pretty nifty place, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's what I hear. So, okay, Mike. Well, you have a good holiday,
and you as well, of course. Yeah. And want to thank everybody and for everybody for listening, of course. Awesome photographer for the Daily Post, John McHale. Nate Limbach, Charlene down back there in the booth. Just wishing everybody a happy holiday. And been a rough year for a lot of folks, unfortunately. Let's hope we can end on a good note and maybe turn things around in 2022.
Yes, hopefully, yes. So anyway, so I want to wish everybody else a happy holiday, a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that stuff. And you can, the final score here was 42-15. You can make it an even better holiday. All you got to do is put a little love in your heart, and don't forget to hug your favorite Santa or your favorite Miss Santa or your favorite elf, whatever. And the most important thing you can do over these holidays is just be excellent to each other, everybody. And so, Sweetie Pie, I miss you. I wish you were going to be here for the holidays. Tough time for the holidays as without my Sweetie Pie. But anyway, I love you, honey. So bye-bye, everybody.
Hello, I'm Commander Oliver Morris with the Los Alamos Police Department. It's an exciting time to live in Los Alamos. With the increase in hiring at the lab, we've seen more motorists and visitors come to Los Alamos. But with that, we've also seen an increase in traffic. And with traffic, we also get calls of distracted driving, speeding, and sometimes aggressive driving. Please join me in reducing these calls. Our officers are going to be out in force looking for these types of driving behavior. If you see something, please call us at our non-emergency line or our emergency line. We appreciate your partnership in helping keep our community safe, and thank you.
Hi, I'm Troy Hughes with Los Alamos Fire Department, reminding you that fall's upon us and winter's soon coming, so we'll start using our appliances more, like our furnace, our fireplaces. Make sure you get those appliances checked by a certified technician, especially the fireplaces. Make sure you've got a good chimney sweep, get that thing good and clean and ready to burn, and make sure you have a good working CO detector and smoke alarm in your home if you're going to use those appliances.